Well, to say it was a long day is an understatement. I like the energy in the dugout. The guys that played a lot of innings today kept their energy level up. It's good to see. Kind of got us off to a good start, game two, and um, Carson did as well. And that's the kind of starts that you got to have. Games can be won early. Everybody puts so much emphasis on the back end, but there's a lot to be said about those getting off to a good start. And that old saying, momentum is only as good as your next day's starting pitcher. And we like our guys. Some of them didn't have the best of luck. Some were self-inflicted. Others were, mishaps. Couldn't get a call here or there. And but again, it was a good day.
Start with Brett.
What was it like to see the response after the loss yesterday and with going down early in the game, and then the offense really fights back early and puts up some crooked numbers?
Yeah, that's what we're about. They kind of beat us at our own game. We're a big inning team. That the more guys you get on, and somebody pops a double or takes a hit by pitch, whatever way we can score. And they were chomping at the bit to get back out there. So we just got some really banged up guys right now too. It's hard, 48 days of not playing, and all of a sudden you got to turn it up. And there's nothing like simulating 9 innings of real competition. You try in scrimmages, but there's nothing like it.
How would you kind of evaluate what you saw from Carson in his debut? Obviously, some stuff out of his control happened in the first inning and maybe didn't handle that the best, but really settled in after that, put together a decent outing.
Yeah, he did. And that was good to see, because the last thing you want is not to be able to stretch guys a little bit. They go into their first start, they're roughly 60 pitches and, in 3 weeks span, and we built them up to 60 pitches. So you want to get past that. And he did overcome a little bit of adversity, and, a couple of calls didn't go his way, and I saw what I wanted to see.
Yesterday, you were a little displeased with the approach from the hitters, I guess. What did you see today? I think you guys had less strikeouts than walks today.
Yeah, and that goes hand in hand with what you're trying to do. And some guys kind of deviated a couple of pitches, which you can't do. The great ones never. They stay exactly with that approach. And but all in all, it was definitely better.
What did this weekend help tell you about your bullpen as you're learning more about them in real game situations?
Yeah, there was 2 that we couldn't, get in there. The game was on the line, and those critical outs when we feel like they're leverage situations. Chaz is going to get the bulk of those as long as he's, fresh. And 20 whatever pitches he threw yesterday, he laughed at me when I asked if he was all right. But Hunter Purdue and Andrew Armstrong and Wyatt Crowell were guys we wanted to, get in there, and it just didn't work out. But there's a lot of them. And I told him, I said, guys, you got to be patient. We got to stay in this together. We're going to try to keep you fresh, sharp. And here shortly, we're going to start getting into midweek games, and everybody's going to get their time.
Meet what you see there in the 9th inning with that bat of Sakara, and is that something you just noticed, or is that something you've kind of kept in the back pocket?
In the back pocket. Our guys, that was the bat that a lot of our guys used, and it's white, and they banned it, and they, our guys were nonstop. Hey, that's the bat. So as a coach, that's what you do. If critical point, you have to do it. If I don't do it, then I lose respect for an awful lot of, college guys. So, it was a play that, as a coach, you have to do. You had a chance to really flip momentum and get us into a pinch. And, again, rules are the rules, whether we agree with them or not. Rules are the rules.
Aslan?
Brett said it nicely. I guess you were displeased with the offensive approach, yesterday, and it's a long season, but you were ready to put fire and brimstone into those kids. This early on in a season, do you know that your roster is mentally tough enough to take the hard coaching so often and so early?
Yeah, I do. I think some of the young guys are starting to learned that this is the way it's going to be, and it has to be. It's tried and true. It works. And just look at the guys that you idolize. Why in the world would we deviate from what they do? And we want to be able to not have, all the shifts, and, we're going to go foul line to foul line. The great ones do. And that's what we're striving for, but we're not changing.
How much of a luxury is it to have Connor's experience on a Sunday, and especially in rubber matches like this? Just seems like he was calm and cool the whole game.
Yeah, it's real. You know what you're going to get every time he goes out there. He may get hit, but he's not going to beat himself. And, he actually walked 3. I want to go back and look at some of the pitches, because it was, I thought there's a couple of times I was frustrated, but anyhow, Connor's Connor. You know what you're going to get. And you're right. It is a great luxury to have a guy on Sunday, because most guys on Sundays aren't as consistent as him.
Tyler's really, I would say, picked up right where he left off last year as a freshman. I guess it may not be surprising anymore, but just how much does he continue to give you exactly what you need, the leadoff spot, grinding good at bats, kind of giving what the pitchers, or take advantage of what the pitchers give him, whatever that may be?
Yeah, he's right where he needs to be. He's got to hurt his shoulder in game 1, so we're going to get that figured out this week. But he's he's a good hitter. He's a good player. I shouldn't say he's just a hitter. He's chomping at the bit to do what he can defensively, but it's his throwing shoulder, and we tried to see how it felt, and he couldn't throw. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but he's definitely had some really, really good at-bats. And that's what you want. The more pitches you can see, the better it is for your teammates, the better it is for you. And that Joker sees a ton of pitches.
Go to Lulu for the last one.
Nander DeSatis not switching this year, hit from the right side. Obviously, the results were very good this weekend. But as a coach, from what you saw him doing at the plate, results notwithstanding, did you like what you saw out of him from the right side?
Yes. The fact that that's his natural side, his pitch selection is definitely better. If you think back to left-handed, there was quite a few times where you're like, whoa, what was that? And those have cut back. Still got room for improvement, like they all do. But he's made some good plays, and there's some stuff that we've got to clean up with, decisions and end of game when you're just chasing outs, and that falls on the coaching staff. We'll get that straight this week. I got a list longer than I've ever had, and I can't wait to get back to work Tuesday.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach.